Well, I'll tell you, I have seen some freaky stuff out there this morning. I think they must have been illusions. Well, folks, that is our topic for today. We're here to talk about visual illusions at the Epic Flight Academy. This is the Private Pilot Ground School course. My name's Mike Thompson, and to be successful in this course, we must, number one, review all of this content in Epic's online course. Number two, view these videos in parallel to that content. And number three, be sure to review this material with your flight instructor. Now, let's talk a little bit more about some of those visual illusions. You know, the screen in your online course shows this graphic that talks about autokinesis. Now, when you look at this graphic, you can see how it actually looks like it's moving, when in fact we know that it's just a 2D color image and it's not moving at all. Well, what's that illusion? That illusion is called autokinesis. That auto means automatic, kinesis means movement. Well, what's moving if it's not the picture? What's moving is your eye. Your eye has difficulty focusing, and the picture appears to actually move. Now, if you see bright lights moving around in the sky at night, before you think unidentified flying object, I want you to think autokinesis and try a couple of these techniques to eliminate that autokinesis. Systematically scan, change your focal distance. Focus on something far away, focus on something close, blink your eyes, and that autokinesis should go away. Another visual illusion has to do with landing illusions on runways that are thinner or wider than normal, or sloping up away from us or down away from us. Now, in the graphic here, you can see a narrow runway on the left, a normal width runway in the center, and a wide runway here on your left that you might see at West Palm Beach or Orlando or Daytona. Now, why do these cause illusions? Because that narrow runway may fool me into thinking that I'm too high, and the pilot will attempt to approach lower than they normally should. And in reverse, that wide runway may fool me into thinking that I'm too low, and the pilot may want to approach higher than they normally should. Now, if we look at this graphic with the upslope and downslope runway, the downsloping runway makes the aircraft appear, or makes us think, the illusion is we're too low and we approach too high to a downsloping runway. And you can see in the same picture the upsloping runway causes us to think that we're too high, and we may actually come in lower than is safe if we're not in tune to some of these illusions. There's a couple more illusions I want you to be aware of. One is the false horizon. Now, you're going to fly at night with your flight instructor, and here on the screen you see a picture of what we call the false horizon. At night, of course, we have fewer visual cues, and the lights across the ground, the cities and so on out on the horizon, may start to become confused with other lights or stars in the sky, and pretty soon it's kind of difficult to tell which set of lights is actually following the true Earth's horizon? This is called the false horizon illusion. It happens at night, and the solution is your attitude indicator. Yeah, as you start to fly on instruments, your instructor will teach you to trust those instruments. Okay, another illusion is what we call flicker vertigo. And there's a video link in your online course that'll talk to you a little bit more about flicker vertigo. Another visual illusion that I want you to be aware of, it's not so much an illusion, but it's what we call empty field myopia. And this is where my eyes start to relax. Maybe I'm on a long cross country. I'm not really focused on anything in particular. And I'm just going to relax here and see if I can demonstrate empty field myopia to you right now. So I'm just relaxing. I'm kind of staring off into space. I'm still mentally present, but my eyes aren't really looking at or focused on anything. And I don't know if you can tell through the camera, but I just kind of get this blank stare. And the solution is snap out of it, refocus, okay? Change my focal distance, focus on something nearby, and get my eyes engaged to focusing again. Well, folks, those are some of the visual illusions we want you to be familiar with. And join us next time.